Well, hello, my people. How are you doing today? Hopefully, you're having a good day. It is pretty exciting today because after a long time, this long writing process, we have done the beginning, we've done the middle, and we have finally reached the end. All right. So we should have, after today, at least, if you go back and count your paragraphs, you should have at least 7 paragraphs because we've done the grabber, and that included the rising action where you hinted at something. Then you had rising action 2, rising action 3, climax, falling action 1, falling action 2, and today the resolution. All right, so exposition, rising action, climax, falling, action, resolution. And that's where we are today. We are at the resolution. Now, in my ending, you can come right out and tell the moral or the theme or what the lesson learned. I really think if your writing is strong enough, you don't need to do that. And hopefully you can, through everything that you've show that lesson. All right. So my resolution is going to involve Sister Dorothy pulling me in and tutoring me, and she teaches more than life. She teaches me life lessons. My themes are: we all make mistakes and we need to learn from them. Don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it, or doing something the easy way doesn't make it right. These are possible things I hope people can learn from my personal narrative. All right, so we are going to move over to the slides, and remember that you should have been, if you've been reading and following along, it always said every day to paste the old part of your story before you go on to the new part of your story in the slides. So paste all of those parts of your story in, look over them, and before you begin writing your resolution. Now, I needed an extra slide for this, you'll see, but this is my ending, and you're supposed to kind of be reflecting on your experiencing and including the lesson learned, and hopefully it will be shown, and I don't have to tell this. All right? When I woke up the following morning, the gray, rainy day fit my mood. I was not looking forward to the day that lay ahead of me. I shouldn't have felt that way, though. None of my classmates teased me or even brought up the incidents. My friends had moved on and were kidding around like usual, but my stomach was still in knots over what I had done. As soon as I saw Sister Dorothy, I went up and apologized for copying the homework. She asked me to stay in for recess, which I was fine with because I still felt sick to my stomach. At recess, Sister asked me why I'd copied. With a trembling voice, I explained that I had no clue what was going on in math. I could feel my face heating up with embarrassment because now Sister would know just how dumb I was. To my amazement, Sister asked what I had been working on at my previous school. Sister didn't make me feel stupid at all. She told me it wasn't my fault I was confused, since I was coming in way behind where this class was working. I started to relax, and my stomach started to feel better. As she explained, I would need to put in some extra time, just like basketball, if I wanted to catch up. Come on. All right. Sister Dorothy turned out to be pretty kind-hearted. She offered to help me and made me promise to ask for help if I ever felt confused or didn't understand something in the future. There was nothing wrong with not understanding something. It was only wrong if I continued to cheat myself out of an education by not helping myself. Even though it was still raining, it felt like the sun was shining down on me. I immediately agreed and took Sister up on her offer. We'd meet every day, and she not only helped me to catch up with math, but she turned out to be a lot of fun. That tiny little nun played an important role in my life and influenced many decisions I made. Over the years, I stopped by and would visit with her until her death this year. I hope she knew how much she meant to me and what a big part she played in my decision to teach. All right. So you probably saw I have mistakes in my writing. I'm just getting my ideas down at this part. And I was really kind of focusing on showing things, creating emotion. I wanted that up and down in my writing. Hopefully, from what I wrote, you can figure out what I was trying to get at. This is just drafting, though. I'm not worried about the mistakes. I'm going to go back. I'm going to add to that. I'm going to fix my mistakes when it's time to edit. Okay. If you have questions, today we are done. We have done all of the parts of our writing: exposition, rising, rising, rising action, climax, falling action, resolution. Your story is done. You have at least 7 paragraphs. You have probably many more than that, though. And hopefully you've created a lot of emotion. If you need help, reach out. That's what Mr. Netz and I are here for. We also are meeting at 2:00 if you need help. The people that have been meeting with us every day, those frequent flyers, have been doing a really nice job on the writing. They've been sharing ideas, asking for ideas. That's what that time session is there for. Have a good day. Enjoy your writing. Do the best you can.